So this story time is a story time like back in the day, like middle school type time, like and I had this friend, and we're gonna name the friend Childish, and I feel like I spoke on Childish before, but I feel like I gave her two names. It was a little bit in Childish, but whatever. Her name gonna be Childish in this one. So a lot of times I didn't notice this back then, but she lived way in the country. I lived in like the soft country, so it was like it was quick to get to town, or you can just you know like a day trip to town. It's not like gonna take you hours to get to town. I mean, it's not hours, but close to 30 minutes to get to a convenience store and some gas. So her mom used to work like heavy shifts, so like a lot of times she wouldn't be available to pick us up from a game or drop us off at a game. So it was more convenient to have my mom drop us off at a game or do something like that, you know. So at one point in time, I'm not realizing that she's using the situation, because until like I had a conversation with my mom, and it was time to go to like the 5th game out of the football season, and the home game. And so my mama is like, okay, I'm providing a ride for you to get dropped off. She was like, is Childish mom gonna come pick you up? And I was like, Mom, no, she's not gonna come do that. I was like, you gotta come, like, you gotta take us, Mom. So Mom was like, you know, like, it's starting to be, you know, like it's not 50-50. Mom was like, damn, I gotta be responsible for getting your kid on the bus, off the bus, this and this, and taking you back and forth to the game. Her mom is like getting a free day trip, is what she's saying, like a free babysitter, all that. And I kind of get what she was saying after she started doing this thing, right? So she would come to my house, right? So she had a crush on my cousin. So her whole thing would be, I guess, to kind of gossip about school. But honestly, she really just wanted to be at my house to see my cousin, because she liked my cousin. Because all her conversation consists of him. So she will always be like, oh, why he stay there and y'all stay over here and this and this. And I'm just like, because we my mama kids, and that's my cousin, his dad's room is his. Like, damn, like, what else do you want to know? So she's just like, oh, okay. So he would be coming in from school or whatever, and like she would just want to be over there, and like knowing he's just around, right? So, but before that started with my cousin, it was this particular time she was coming to my mom's trailer. I'm sorry, not to do my mama trailer, but she done fixed it up a little bit now. But back then, it wasn't grungy, but it was like, it was a trailer. Didn't a lot of people have trailers? Oh, her mom had a trailer, so she knew what the trailer was about. But if you had a trailer, a mobile home, y'all know. It just wasn't the best of the best. It used to be hot as fuck in there. Like, it didn't really have good air circulation in there. Y'all know how it get in the summer. In the summertime, trailers get very fucking hot. Like, unless you have like a AC unit or something, or central air, doing it. But other than that, it gets hot as fuck. So it's hot as fuck because we didn't have no AC in the living room. Nobody had AC but my mom's room. No tea, no shade, but mama, CPS. I'm just playing, because we could have went to our grandma's house, but it's just like, or we could have went to my mama's room, but it was just like, bitch, you're not finna do. Anyway, let me get to the thing. Anyway, while I'm up here busting out my mama's business, now she got AC, y'all. Don't do my mom. But it was just like, nobody would ever really be there, because my mom wouldn't be there. We would all be at my grandma's house. So it was just kind of like, that sets the mood for the trailer, right? So, boom. She's like, one day she gets this idea, and she want to get to my house so bad that she even rode the bus to my house, because she knew like my mom on the weekends would work an extra job. So she was just like driving trucks. So then she was just like, yeah, I'm going to ride the bus with you. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to have some fun. Maybe we go to the game on Friday. Anyway, Friday came. We probably went to the game or something. Saturday come. She's like getting prepped up. She wake up. We make pancakes or whatever. Taking pictures, uploading them to Facebook. Then she all of a sudden gets like very preppy, like putting like makeup on, lipstick, all this. So I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? So, and she going back and forth, like, texting on her phone. So, I'm like, now I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Because, like, bitch, don't be on, you know. She was just like, girl. I was like, wait. She was like, no. Y'all, I just remember, because I talked about Childish before. And the boy that I'm talking about, remember that when I was finna tell her that he was cute. And I think we named him, like, Levi Jeans or something. I was just coming up with names off my head, but that's literally the boy who y'all finna see. The boy that you know, we gonna name him JB. Her boyfriend at the time, just gonna name him JB, right? And so she was like, JB can come over because, you know, you don't live far away from JB. So I'm like, I'm thinking, because I remember what JB said he stayed. So I'm like, girl, how he gonna get here? He gonna drive? She was like, no, he gonna walk. And I'm like, girl, JB stay all the way. I ain't gonna put no name, but I'm like, girl, that's a long way. It's gonna take him all night and day. I said, it's Saturday. She was like, oh, is you okay? Like, that's not, like, y'all, that's a long country ass road walk. Like, you gonna go a couple of. So she was like, no, I'm pretty sure he can walk real fast. Like, I'm like, this is why this bitch want to get here this weekend, to make JB come. So I'm like, and girl, you know, like, I barely be wanting you at the trailer. Like, why would you try to invite somebody to the trailer? She was like, girl, he on his way. So I'm like, okay. And JB had a friend that I had a crush on, but he was always so fucking weird. Like, what the fuck is your fucking problem? He used to be so weird. Anyway, so why was you so weird, JB friend? Like, but JB started being weird. But maybe because she started being weird to him too. But anyway, let me get to it. So boom. She let me know he on the way. I'm trying to straighten up my mama trailer because, like, this was something, like, I really feel like nobody used to really be there. We only would take, like, sometimes company or whatever, right? But it was just, like, whatever. So I'm prepping it up or whatever. JB finally get there. And so JB walk in. JB like, it's hot as fuck in here. Like, how y'all like surviving in here? We like, we be in the room, you know, like we want something, you know, whatever. So she was just like, and she used to make a lot of jokes about it, but it's just like, you know, the trailer hot. Why the fuck do you still come here? Don't get your ass on the bus with me and come to the hot trailer. Like, I didn't understand it. So exactly, because you knew we couldn't go to your mama house because he would be walking for days and nights then, because that's way out there in the piss poor country. Like, it's closer to Augusta almost. So, like, okay. So she was like, yeah, making little jokes like, oh my God, my baby's so sweaty. He this, he that, da 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 da. So they goes off to the bathroom and bye. So I'm just like sitting in there and I'm just like, okay. At this time, I don't ever remember being like nervous about him being there because I knew nobody was gonna know. Like, I knew my mama's schedule, and so I knew nobody was gonna be there at that time. So that's probably why I really wasn't worried about that. But eventually he was gonna have to leave because he had to walk all the way back. And so they end up kissing and she's like, bye, see you later, all of this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, bye, JB, see ya. You know, because it's just like, whatever. But quick synopsis about JB. JB ended up actually dating one of my other friends later on in life. So y'all may be hear about that later, but that really ain't none of my business. But just to let you know, it is for Talk to Me Tuesday. Send all submission story times to Ashley Hightower 2018 at gmail.com. Make sure we submit in our story so we could do Talk to Me Tuesday. So I was just thinking about this story time, and I was thinking like, I don't really have no problem with this girl, but it was situations that I look at it now and it was a little weird. Like, it wasn't weird because it wasn't her fault that it was weird, but I kind of felt like, you know how if you feel like, okay, if you just got into it with somebody and I know that you as a friend is feeling some type of way, it's kind of like you kind of come forward and like kind of make that person feel better a little bit. She had no sense of that. Like, it's like she had no sense of like sensitivity or like, I don't know, kind of like being a friend a little bit. I hate to like pull that card with people and just say they're not really good friends, but I just kind of feel like she wasn't really that good of a friend, but she was good to her other friends. So like I said, me and her had met in college, like another college I went to or whatever, and we was close. So we would still have each other on Snapchat and stuff, but she wouldn't be like a continuous friend. She would be like a friend that was like, I'm bored, or let's go here, or I was that type of friend to her type thing, right? So this one day I was like, I don't have nobody. I think this was one of the times where Rosie was doing a little thing where she would be like not really talking to me like that. That happened more than usual. And I feel like, let's wake that conversation up. It is times where I feel like it be a lot of emotional abuse, and it don't even have to be like a relationship amongst like a couple. It could be like, you could be going through abuse in friendships too. Like, I feel like it'll be like an emotional strain sometimes. And I know you shouldn't give people that much power over you, but it kind of would be if you was used to talking to a person. So this time I was like, it was this boy I was talking to, and he was like, he had some friends and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit my friend up and she gonna talk to some dude, send me the pictures. So he ended up sending all the pictures, and I'm noticing, some of his friends look a little bit better than him, you know. So I'm kind of like choosing up a little bit. Like, I'm looking at him, I'm sending her the pictures. She said who she like. She sent pictures. They're like, oh yeah, make sure y'all come. Make sure y'all come. Back then, y'all, I was heavier than what I was. And it's not just I just got to put that on. Like, I was plus 70 pounds what I am now. So it was like, me and her was giving two different vibes. Like, I'm giving plus size. She giving model, you know, whatever, blah, blah. I was still cute, but I'm just saying, like, I was different. And these guys were young. I should have knew. We should have never linked with them, right? So I'm just telling her. So I was like, just come to the house or whatever. She was like, okay, I'm going to be on my way over there. So I was like, do you want to order pizza or anything? She was like, yeah, we could order pizza. We ordered pizza. She like, damn, the pizza get here quick. I was like, yes, that's that Domino's. So, yeah. We ordered a pizza, and she talked about the dudes. I was like, yeah, they going to this party. They want us to come. So she was like, okay, cool. We gonna go to the party. So we end up going to this party. Kind of find out she said she had been to this club before. So I was like, okay, cool. We get in the club. They in there, whatever. And the boy that I'm used to, he come up to me. And it was just so evident. We don't even need no name. We could just name him Nobody. So Nobody come up to me, and he just in the club. He talking. He with his homeboys. And you ever had like that type of person who like always just doing the fucking most? That was who he was. And then like, say if somebody's around, he's gonna do the most for the person around. Like, he's gonna show out. Like, he gonna put on for his city. That was okay. Him. So back up before we get to the party. It was a time period where we were just sitting and talking. We knowing we going to the party later, but we on the phone or whatever, talking it up, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And so, like I said, Nobody was the person. He was going to let it be known, like, oh, yeah, I want to F. Like, when we going to do this, when we going to do that. I was like, I ain't really into that with you. Part of the reason was because he was like a cliquey person. I don't like people that be like, oh, and so cliquey. That's the biggest way not to get to second or third base, even though it shouldn't be going there anyway. But I'm just saying, like, it was just like a turn off or whatever. He would just keep talking all this, like he got so much, right? So she talking to the dude she talking to. She was like, he a pretty cool vibe and all that. But I think she was kind of like, he was wanting her to come to his apartment. But I was like, why y'all keep doing that? We going out, we going out. We ain't like, you know, doing that or whatever, right? So she was just like, man, they don't mind, they don't mind. So first they was saying they was going to come to the apartment. Then they never came really to the apartment before it was time to go. So we all sitting there talking and we looking at the pictures. I don't know what me and nobody got in an argument about, but it had to be something about, like, something to do with sex. Like, I think he was trying to say, oh, bro, you being childish and you doing this and this. And it's like, just because a girl is not interested in you to go second base does not mean that she's childish. She's not interested in that way. Like, maybe she just want to hang out. Maybe she's looking for new friends. Maybe, you know, maybe it's Maybelline, bitch. But she don't want to fuck you. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be a talk if somebody is saying they're not interested. Like, it shouldn't even be, we shouldn't even have to discuss this after I said it's not happening. If you ain't interested, you good enough to go. So, I ain't gonna lie. I started looking at one of the other homeboys. Because I'm like, in the pictures, I was like, I like him. Send his number. And the boy, I don't know. I forgot. Like, I'm really thinking now, like, were we in this big ass group chat or something? But I basically was like, I like him. I think they had put us like on a group FaceTime. I was like, I like him. Let me talk to him. So the boy started talking to me or whatever. But I don't even know if he knew like I was talking to the friend first. I don't know. But in the beginning, he was like, he was feeling it or whatever. All right, hey y'all. So I'm here to add in a couple points because that story time was so rushed. So I'm here to input any little thing that I forgot to put in. So basically, this the dude. I was like, I don't think he knew that I talked to the boy, but I feel like he did know I talked to the boy. And here's why, because I was like, I explained it to him. I was like, yeah, I just, you know, wasn't feeling a friend or whatever. And so we was talking and hitting it off. And I felt like the only reason he started not feeling me anymore was because nobody was making it a big deal. So he was okay with me switching the homeboy thing. But soon as his homeboy start like sending like slick shots and shit and all of this, and then the dude that my friend was talking to, the girl, I forgot, I gave her a name. I think her name was like Jazz. Yeah, so when Jazz dude started saying something to him like, nah, bro, she with bro, you can't just go, bro, girl. So that's when the new boys start acting like, oh, I don't, you know, yeah, you just was fucking with my bro, like. But I had already explained all that to him, and it's just like, you only saying that because your homeboy's saying this, and it just be like, are you riding his dick, or am I riding yours? Like, what? I don't get it. I'm not getting it, Wookie. The fuck? Like, oh, you was talking to nobody? I was like, yeah, but you know, I really wasn't feeling nobody. Yeah, all of a sudden, the boy was like, he had a girlfriend. And I'm just like, well, why was he one of the people on the rosters anyway? But the thing was, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't like him. I hadn't had sex with him. It was just kind of like, you were getting on my nerves, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then nobody started feeling some fucking type of way. So then we started talking on the phone. This is all before, I think like the party, we coming to the party. So then it was just like giving red flag after red flag. Like, this should be the reason why you really don't link up with a person if you can't even get along before you even meet. So after that, it was always like some tension, but nobody still was like talking to me and shit. He would be like, that's fucked up, you try to get my homeboy, and like he would just be all that or whatever. And she's still talking to her dude still trying to make sure they see each other anyway. Oh, and I forgot this part. So after it was before we went to the party, all of them was hanging out in like a big clique. Mind you, when she sent us pictures of like, when he sent us pictures of the dudes to pick from, it was probably like 7 fucking dudes, right? So one of the but it was only 2 of us, so it was just like, I don't know why he's seeing pictures of 7 dudes. But I guess he just wanted us to have a plethora, well, her to have a plethora, because I was supposed to be with him. But we was all on the phone and everything, and like I said, I'm a bigger girl, the fuck, and my pictures show that, you know. So he was all in the back. Nobody was all in the back with his friends or whatever. And what's her name dude was there too. Jazz dude was there or whatever. And one of the homeboys that nobody picked, I don't even know why he was even there. He was not even in the lineup. They already knew he looked a mess, so I don't know why he was even there. So he was like, dang, you like I'm big, you like I'm big. He said something like, yeah, I like I'm big, sexy, this and this, like doing all that. Like you would thought I was a fucking whale. Then he was just like you know that one person who just do all that, like talking, naggy. That's what he was doing. So we could really call him like, it was really giving Ezel, no lie. He was like really short. It was just giving Ezel. He was like, bitch, hey. And then so after a while, cause he even implemented himself like out of nowhere, and I kind of felt like nobody was letting him kind of talk to me any kind of way just because I wasn't giving him no sex. Even if I was to probably give him sex, he probably still would let him talk to me any type of way. But that's not the point. He was getting at me crazy. So after a while, after he see like it's really not getting to me, but it kind of is getting to me, he ended up saying something else. And he ended up saying something, a fat joke or something. And I don't do well with fat jokes. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm fat and all that, but some shit is just disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, I like, shut the fuck up for real. Like, cause I'll get somebody to do this and that. And one thing about me, back then, me and Rosie was bad for this. Like, we would call people up, like emergency 911, get an ass of people together and try to go get the person. Oh, y'all, I have did that before. Y'all want a story time about how I got DC to come fight this man at McDonald's? The man was so scared of DC. Anyway, I did not mind calling DC to do my dirty work. He didn't mind. He was pushing up, baby. We pissed off at. And I was like, shut the fuck up for real. Like, where you at? I don't mind getting somebody to pull up and beat your ass for real because you being disrespectful. So he was like, I ain't really worried about it. And so he started like repping some shit, but I started ripping some shit for real. And I guess like the people name I start calling, I think they knew the people. And I really knew these people for real because I used to hang out with them. I was like, I'm gonna call them for real. Shut the fuck up. Like, don't keep talking to me like you crazy. Because ain't nobody into you. Nobody even picked you out of the fucking Star 5. So that was just that. And I just remember in the midst of us arguing, we had left the house and I was doing like an order or whatever, right? And I was delivering to this big ass mansion. This when Jazz friend get on the phone, the boy that she like or whatever, the one that was for Jazz, he was like, man, y'all calm down. Y'all don't need to be arguing about that. Y'all need to calm down. He a fool. You don't need to pay him no mind. Like, that's just how he talk. That's just how he communicate. He a fool. Like, we don't pay him no mind. He our silly friend. I hate when people make that like a thing. Like, oh, don't pay him no mind. That's just how he is. This and that still don't make it right. Like, slap him upside the head or something. Feed him some dick that he be all riding on y'all's. Because, like, it's not to even go there to try their sexuality, but it's just like, that's what it give. Because who you trying to show out for? And then another thing, too. The boy, when he noticed the mansion in the back, I'm guessing he think I was staying in the mansion. This him, y'all. All that making the noise in the videos. This the main culprit. Get him. Get him. Because he makes so much noise doing mommy videos. So, basically, I was just like, he was just like, dang, that's your crib. This how I know you're broke. Because it's just like, certain stuff nowadays shouldn't shock us. Like, I remember one time I had a flat screen TV. I had a 70-inch flat screen TV in my living room. It's right still here now, 65-inch. And then a 65 in my bedroom. Why the boy was like, dang, you must be rich. Forget the raggedy furniture that was complimenting the TV. You just automatically think I'm rich because I got 2 flat screen TVs. I don't know. Certain stuff people say be like red flag. It give me like, you may rob me or something. Because maybe I'm thinking about it too hard, but it just be like, certain stuff shouldn't get us aroused. I don't know. You shouldn't be too excited about that. I don't know. It just be seeming like peasantry or something. So he was just like, dang, that's your house? That's your house? So I'm like, you supposed to be trying to listen to what I'm saying about your whack ass friend. You talking about, is that your house? Is that your house? That sounds so fucking lame and whack for you to be saying it and asking it. And so like when we got at the party, he was acting like different. Almost like, yeah, like, you got all mad with me and this and this. But it was like you really was just trying to joke me and make me feel some type of way. But it didn't work. Like, what? So fast forward, we said we going out. We end up going to this club. So we walk in the club and I noticed like it was like it was more majority of a teen club, but at this time we like 19, so 20. So it was kind of like kids younger than us, but it's also like people who is our age and older too. Like it's that little, it's kind of sketchy. Like the age, you gotta watch out. But yeah, so we walk up in there and like songs come on. So my friend Jazz, she going to the bar, whatever. She getting her a drink. So I'm noticing he never, so first it was like this little section over here to the side. And so they was all sitting over there. So I'm guessing they thought like we was gonna come over there and like be like cry on them in their little section and like being all up under them. We went to the bar and got us a drink and we was over there like dancing and, you know, doing all that or whatever, right? So then that's when I think nobody started texting me like, why y'all standing over there? But my homeboy said, yo, tell your friend to come here, this and this. So I'm like, he said that he wants you to come in or whatever. So I'm like, if he wanted her to come in, he could have texted her or whatever. So she ended up walking over there. So we stand off on the edge or whatever. They eventually start getting out the booth and they going to like the dance floor. We dancing or whatever. And I'm guessing like she kept wanting to get her drinks. And we buying our own drinks. Ain't nobody offered to buy our drinks. I think somebody did offer to buy. No, they didn't. They didn't. These niggas never had no money. So ain't nobody offering no drink, right? So we doing all that. We end up leaving or whatever. And this part right here, this is why I gave this whole club scene. Because I just had to tell this part, right? Nobody paid for our drinks this whole night, right? I wasn't a drinker, so I didn't really care about that. So she got on the phone. She got on the phone with her people. And her sister was like, are you okay? Are you okay? She was like, no, I'm a little drunk or whatever. She was like, okay, actually, make sure she sleeps on your couch and she doesn't drive her car, this and this. I was like, yeah, I got her. So she got on there, she was like, yeah. So y'all, Jazz get on the phone with her sister and it's just like, yeah, girl, this guy bought me 2 drinks tonight, this and this. So I'm looking to the side like, were we in the fucking same club? Because no guy bought her nothing. I was with her the whole entire night. Nobody bought us anything. Oh. And this the reason I know she was lying, because I remember the boy that she was with, basically, he, in a roundabout way, he was trying to say he didn't have money to buy her a drink. So I'm like, he didn't buy her no drink. You didn't meet nobody else in the club. We was together the whole time. Nobody bought you no drink. So I was like, why is she lying? I was like, she bought her own drink. Why would you be lying about the drink? But in other story times, she always get drunk, start lying, and she be starting trouble sometimes. Or anything either. So I'm like, so she's just like, yeah, this guy bought me a drink and this or this. So I'm just like, why would you lie about a guy buying you a drink? It was just so weird. Like, it was, I don't know why she was like that. Yeah.